Nicole, and good morning, everybody. Hope you've all had your cup of coffee, and we'll be touching here on a very interesting and important topic for the holidays, which is multi-channel, but more importantly, multi-channel loyalty. So just a little bit overview of the agenda for these next 45 minutes. We're going to be covering a little bit about loyalty in general, loyalty in multi-channel, and the key concept in multi-channel loyalty called Save the Sale. And then we'll briefly touch on some of the things that you can do to get ready today for that holiday season. And we'll cover a few ideas and suggestions. We'll then open it for Q&A at that time. And if you want to as well, we can go and do a brief demo and overview of how you can put that into operations today with the work that Zeroed In and BeLoyal have done together to bring this solution to market. So with that, let me get started. So let's start first with what are the experts saying. So the first thing, and because today we're focusing on multi-channel and multi-channel loyalty, is just by the pure nature of being able to sell across multiple channels, you can bring in more revenue as a retailer. In general terms, research by AMR has showed that shoppers that buy across multiple channels from a retailer spend, a substantial amount more than shoppers that buy across a single channel. So of course, a couple of obvious things. In order to be able to attract multi-channel shoppers, you need to be able to sell across multiple channels. That's the first thing. But even if you do have those multiple channels, you need to be able to drive those shoppers to buy from you across those multiple channels and be able to tell them that those channels are available and make it easy for them to do that across both your physical stores as well as your online channels. There's another concept here which is very interesting just in regards to e-commerce, for example. E-commerce has been growing faster than traditional retail. E-commerce is growing, double-digit rates for the last few years, while traditional or overall retail has grown at, lower single digits, 2 or 3% as well. However, e-commerce is still a small percentage of total sales. It is around 9% of total sales from a revenue perspective, while still, 91% of those sales are happening in store. But more and more people are using e-commerce to compare, to learn what you have, to be able to buy products that you don't carry at the store, and we'll be touching around those aspects as well. The second one is beyond multi-channel is being able to apply loyalty programs across all of those multiple channels. And why is this important? First of all, because, as I say, everybody else is doing it, which means that this is one of the, according to research, this is one of the highest priorities from an investment perspective for retailers across the spectrum. For the first time ever, this last year, it surpassed PCI compliance investments, which just shows that, your competitors and your peers are going to be investing in loyalty programs and strategies, and being able to do that effectively across sales channels will help you compete for those consumer dollars and consumer loyalty across all of your sales channels. And the last and most important thing is because, loyalty and loyalty across channels has a great ROI. It can impact your financials in three ways. First, you can increase the average sales ticket of your shoppers. The second one is you can increase the frequency of visits and purchases from those shoppers. So you can imagine higher average ticket, higher frequency, of course, means higher revenues from these types of customers. But there's a hidden jewel as well, which is that loyalty also helps minimize churn, which means that you'll keep that customer for a longer time. And if you think about the lifetime value of that customer, and you think that your costs are, front-loaded because your biggest expense is in bringing that customer in for the first time and that initial conversion for a second purchase, if you can keep that customer for a longer time period, then your ROI from that specific customer will be so much greater because you have extended the lifetime of that customer with you as a retailer. So three great factors of analysis by the experts of why multi-channel and especially multi-channel loyalty is really important. So that's great, but what we wanted to do as well is say, well, what are the results of people that are using the solutions that both Zeroed In and BeLoyal have created? What are some of the results that they're seeing today? So we took a sample of data from a subsegment of the customers, and we analyzed a 12-month period of sales because we know that retail has a lot of seasonality, different seasonality for different verticals, but seasonality nevertheless. We analyzed around 3 million sales transactions that represent around $185 million in sales for this sample. And the first thing that we found out is that these retailers were really seeing the benefits of the increased average ticket sale. So if you compare the purchases of customers in the loyalty programs of these retailers versus those first-time buyers or buyers not in the loyalty program, the average ticket sale grew by an average of 63%. These varies, very much per vertical, but, in average for these retailers throughout the year for this 12-month period, that was a 63% increase in the average ticket sales for people in the loyalty programs, which is pretty substantial from that perspective. The second thing that was interesting to analyze was that they were able to convert around a quarter of their customer base into those loyalty programs, and we're seeing about 26% of those sales transactions coming from customers in the loyalty programs. But interestingly enough, because of the higher average ticket sales and higher frequency, these represented about 40% in the top-line revenues for these retailers. Specifically on the multi-channel multiplier, there were some very interesting results. So if we looked at the number of sales transactions, that was similar to the national average, between, around 8 to 9%. But in value of those sales transactions, this was more than double the national sales average, with about 21% coming from these extra channels. And this included everything. It included, both shipping orders, and it also included pickup orders. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that under that concept of Save the Sale. But if you think that you can add multiple channels, you can then empower those channels with loyalty, and then add the concept of Save the Sale by being able to ship from anywhere and pick up anywhere, you'll have a very robust way of keeping those customers happy and bringing those sales during the holiday season. So what are some of the things that you can do to get started today? So the first one is you're going to have a lot of additional traffic during the holiday season. That's just the nature of it. So make sure that you're taking advantage of that additional traffic, and you are able to capture those customers. You need to be able to capture those first-time customers or those customers that are coming back, but be able to start creating a profile, start understanding their purchase behavior, and track that first to bring some additional sales for the holiday season, but most importantly so that it becomes a good solid base for you for the next year, and to be able to build upon that extended customer base. The second one is what we call instant e-commerce. So if you're not e-commerce enabled today, you need to get ready and be able to do that. We have a concept which we call a snippet web store that allows you to be up and running with an e-commerce web store, in less than 24 hours. But also, you can go from that concept of that instant e-commerce and snippet web store all the way to a custom design web store, which you can do down the road in the future as you work with a professional web designer to get the just look and feel and flow that you want from an online experience. And then the last but not least important concept is implement the Save the Sale concept. And the Save the Sale concept is all about being able to capture that sale just at the time that you have the customer in front of you. And in front of you might be in front of your web store, but also in front of you at the registers in your physical store. This is all about multi-channel, not only about e-commerce. And this multi-channel means that the customer is in the store. Maybe you don't have the product there available at the store, but you have it in the warehouse, and being able to offer the opportunity to that customer to either ship that product to their house just as if they were buying online, or come back and pick the product at the store without having to pay for shipping charges. Really critical, because if the customer walks out the door, you know that they're either going to go to your competitor, and then you have, you're risking it that they will become a loyal customer of your competitor because he did have the product in the store, or that they will go online and buy from another vendor. So make sure that you're able to close that sale right there and then at the store directly at your register. And this is done by allowing both shipping and pickup orders to be created directly from RMS. So with that, how do we do that? So how is all of this enabled? First, we do that through a concept that we call vLoyal connector technology and vLoyal snippets. And it's an open web architecture with web service APIs that allows us to easily integrate to your point-of-sale system at the store with Microsoft Dynamics RMS. It allows us to integrate online to the web store or mobile web store, social networks, which are becoming an important part of being able to capture new customer information. Not transactional yet, but maybe in the future. At this point in time, definitely about all of being able to capture that information. But also phone order systems as well. If you're taking phone orders today and either processing that in your backend system, NAV, or front-end systems like the register or just directly into the platform and being able to capture those phone orders as well. So we connect easily to all of those different channels, and then we layer on top of that both the capabilities of the order processing engine to be able to save the sale and also the loyalty engine. And through the loyalty engine, the concept is to be able to track and reward the behavior of your customers. And that behavior is around 4 key buckets. The first one is sign-up, so being able to easily sign up the customer for your newsletter or for your loyalty program. Also to do that, visits of those customers. So how frequently does a customer visit your sites or stores, their purchases down to the SKU level so that you can track their purchase behavior and be able to market to them in the most appropriate fashion. And finally, the referral business that these customers can generate, because happy, loyal customers are definitely a great source of referral business for you, and you want to be able to capture that and reward that as well. So with that, and before we go into a demo, I want to open it up for questions and see if anybody has questions at this time. And if not, if you would like to see a demo, we can do that as well. So Nicole.
Okay, I'm unmuting all of you so that if you have a question, you can go for it right now. Anyone? Okay, then we'll move on with the presentation. Julio can... Oh, I think we muted Julio on accident here. Julio, it's telling me your audio pin. You need to enter audio pin 104. Or you have control. There you go. Are you there, Julio?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? Sorry for that. Yeah,
sorry.
I think I'm back. That's okay. We're having some muting problems here. So what we're going to do, thanks, Nicole. So what we're going to do is we're going to go directly into a demo, and we'll come back for questions and answers again at the end of the day. So I'm going to start from a store. Let me just resize my screen a little bit so that you're able to see that better. So I'm going to start from the store, and we're going to look at the experience of being able to do some of the cool multi-channel capabilities directly from the store by using Microsoft Dynamics RMS. So you can see right here, this is Microsoft Dynamics RMS. So the first thing that I'm going to do here, I'm going to clear this customer from the transaction so that we can start just from the get-go, so that we can start from scratch. And what we can see here is that we have just a clean screen, no customer set to the transaction, and we're going to have a customer that comes in for the first time. So if we have a customer that comes in here for the first time, he's in our store and he's going to buy one of our products. He maybe is going to buy a couple of these products, and then we're going to tender out. And the first thing that happens is that the platform detects that there's no customer set to the transaction. So this is all about that initial theme that we talked about being able to capture that customer information right there at the point of sale as your customers are flowing through this holiday season. So you can see it's a very easy pop-up box. It's just a prompt for staff to ask a customer for an email address, which will allow us to keep our contact with that customer, and just with a click of a button be able to either join them to our mailing list of Group Pro rewards program. So I'm going to just do that here. And I'm going to join this customer to our mailing list. So we've done that. That customer is now part of our program. It has been created live, and has been added to our mailing list. And I'm again out to the checkout point. So you can see here, very, very easy to be able to capture that customer in for the first time. The next thing that I want to show you here at the register is some of the capabilities of what we call Save the Sale. And Save the Sale is all about three topics. One is to be able to apply loyalty benefits right there at the register or online. It is also about being able to ship from the store and also enable pickup orders at the store. So I'm going to go here for my own profile. I have my demo account here, so I'm going to set up my profile. And you can see here that I'm a member of a lot of things in this store. There's a summary screen for the staff at the register that allows them to have a very informed conversation with the customer. So they can see that they have all of my information, that I'm a member of multiple clubs, that I'm part of the Loyalty Friends program as well. I'm already in the mailing list. They can see also that I have 985 points available in my account, and that I also have loyalty dollars able to spend as well. And I'm a pretty important customer because I purchased around $66,000 from the store throughout my lifetime. So it is great because the staff at the register right there has a first point to be able to build loyalty, which is I can have a snapshot of the whole history of this customer right here at my fingertips. The next thing that we're going to do is we're just going to go here and we're going to buy some products. So we're going to go ahead and buy, some of these products. Let's say that we're going to buy here, sort of a half a case of these products. And, this is a wine store, so, that's a pretty heavy load. I have a lot of other shopping to do, and I would really like to be able to have these products shipped to my home. So the first thing that we have is we're going to talk a little bit about shipping orders here. So just with a click of a button, we're able to bring up all of the capabilities of what the customer has. So the first thing that I have is just a traditional ship order. I can decide to have that being shipped to my office, or I could also have that designed, to my address in California, or whatever other addresses I have. And these addresses are all the addresses that I have either used before at the store, or these could be the addresses coming from my online account, which means that if I have an online web store and I have created a profile online, that profile is available for me here at the register, which is just a great way to make sure that we're recognizing that customer as the same individual regardless of the channel that they're buying from. So I'm going to go ahead, this one I'm going to choose UPS Ground because it's a little bit cheaper and I'm not in a hurry for these. And then I'm going to go ahead and say, yep, I'm ready for that. Click here. You can see here that we've added the cost for that shipping service right into my transaction. And now I'm just going to go ahead and tender. So the nice thing about this is the system will automatically see that I am buying half a case, and because I'm part of the loyalty program, I get this 10% discount. I'm also going to be accruing 200 loyalty points because there's going to be a discount on my product, which will bring the price of the product down. But there's a promotion of 50 points, 50 extra points for that product, which will bring my total points actually to 200. Again, a summary screen that appears for the staff at the register so that they can have a conversation with the customer about the benefits of the loyalty program. It is always important, if your environment is adequate for that, to be able to have that conversation. If you have a fast checkout environment and you do not want to have this screen pop up, that you can program as well, just depending on what your store environment looks like. But if you can, it's a great way to be able to promote your loyalty program with the customer just with every purchase that they do. And then I'm doing here a shipping compliance. This is shipping of alcohol, so I'm just going to override that compliance setting. But if you were shipping, for example, alcohol, we do real-time compliance. There's other products and services that have other compliance requirements. If there are service providers that do that, this just showcases the ability of the platform to connect to third-party service providers for verification. At the end of the day, you can see here we have given the promotion, added the shipping services. We're also adding destination-based access. This is going to be a common theme in multi-channel and shipping. As the law evolves and changes, more of the states are trying to get revenue from e-commerce or shipping orders, and we support that out of the gate here, so that if you decide that you want to follow that path, the platform here will allow you to do so. So I'm done, and that I created a shipping order. The nice thing about this shipping order is that it is treated exactly the same as if it had been an order placed on the web. So from a fulfillment perspective, when you're thinking about your warehouse that is processing all of these shipping orders, is that this does not require you to actually treat and handle these orders differently. And that is efficiencies, which is very important from that perspective. And we'll go and look at that on the back end in just a second here. I want to do one more action here at the register, just to show you the ability of doing pickup orders here at the register and checking inventory as well. So again, I'm going to come here and I'm going to set a customer, and I'm going to go ahead and set that same customer. So I'm going to set myself to the transaction. I came again. Now I'm looking for a different product. So let's see, I'm going to do this product. I'm looking for a case of this product. And it just so happens that the store is not, does not have the product in inventory. And this could be because they just have partially, the products that I need. Maybe it's a product that is available online, but I don't stock on in my store. We have a good example. We have a health and wellness customer that has about 50,000 SKUs, and they staff their inventory at the stores is only made up of about 10 to 12,000 of those SKUs, but they do carry the rest of the products. But what they have enabled is they have enabled their stores to sell from their warehouse inventory, and they can do that very, very easily. So I'm going to look at the store. So this is the product that I'm looking for. The first thing that I want to do, because the customer wants to come back and pick it up here, because they don't want to pay for shipping. They're willing to wait for a couple of days until I bring it in from the warehouse, and they want to actually pick it up. So the first thing that I'm going to do is check for inventory. And the system automatically checks all of my related inventory locations. So I can see here 2 other tasting rooms that I have. I have a library inventory location as well. I have a company warehouse. And it's going to tell me exactly what's my inventory that's available. So I know that I have it in 2 locations. I'm oversold in 2 locations. But I know that I have the product available, and I can define and ask for that pickup order. If I had other inventory locations within my environment that were not normally part of my shipping process, I can still look at that inventory and maybe tell the customer, I can bring the order in, but you can pick it up in this additional store. So just a great way to be able to look at inventory across all of your locations. And this is all of your RMS locations, but it could also be a warehouse that you're managing through your NAV environment, just a virtual inventory location from the RMS perspective. But you can actually look at that inventory right here online, which means that once I place that order and collect those funds, I know that the product is going to be available. So, yeah, I can confirm I have the product available. So I'm going to be able to create that pickup order and have that product available for the customer. Very easy as well. Again, I'm going to go and click my ship order button. In this case, I'm going to create this as a pickup order. It's going to default to the store that I'm in so that the customer can pick it up here. But, I can also enable the platform to say, maybe I'm, this is the store that's close to my office, but I want to pick it up, at the store that's close to my house. And I can create a pickup order from this store to be picked up at an alternate location. That's just the degree of flexibility that you want to implement. But, it's just a great way to say, I don't want to let you go out the door without completing the sale. So we're ready for that. In this case, we do apply a charge for shipping, between locations. The customer is okay with that. We're gonna, click for that and add that shipping. I could have actually created here a $0 shipping service. which would mean that that would be free shipping if I'm doing a pickup order. That all depends on how you want to handle those pickup orders. And again, the only thing that I need to do is go ahead and tender. The system again sees that I'm part of the loyalty program, and I'm going to get 20% off because now I had accrued 1,000 points. You can see that in the profile of the customer. I had accrued 1,000 points, and automatically I get 20% off of that sale. You can see here that I'm not going to have a negative accrual, which means we're going to subtract 1,000 points from the account, and you're going to accrue 200 and something points from this purchase as well. So it's a net negative of 784 points from your account. All of that is done automatically. Again, this is just to have a conversation with the customer and say, hey, great, you had reached 1,000 points, and you're going to get the 20% off. Click OK. Sends me to the tender screen. Again, I'm going to override my compliance settings. And just the other thing is, because I'm doing a pickup order at the register, I'm collecting the funds for this sale now, which is really important. So it's not, hey, I'll bring the product in and maybe the customer walks out the door, and because he didn't spend the money, he's going to go across the street and buy it elsewhere. I'll stock my store, and the customer will never come back for the product. In this case, you have collected the money because you were able to check for inventory. You are sure that you can fulfill the order for that customer. Good for you, good for the customer, and you have saved that sale without letting the customer walk out the door without completing the order. And you have done that by applying also loyalty benefits like, that redemption of those 1,000 points and giving them that 20% discount, which is what probably closed the sale for you right here at the store. So we've looked at how this all behaves on the at the store, a little bit about the concepts of save the sale, and now I'm going to show you a little bit about e-commerce, the e-commerce experience. So I'm going to go here. This is our demo website. You can actually go and look at it at your leisure. Just use woodgrove.web.officelife.com. This was a very simple website created on Office Life, and you can see just all of the different concepts that we have available here. But one of the things that I wanted to show you today is this concept of our Snippet Web Store. So you can see the look and feel of this website right here. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to our web store. This is the Snippet Web Store. The look and feel of the web store is very, very similar, of course, or identical to the website itself. So very easy to skin that Snippet Web Store, that although it's a very easy to use, out of the box, be ready in 24 hours, the look and feel is really very comprehensive and integrated with your existing website if you already have one, or if you don't, you can easily create one. We have several options that we can point you to create your website, and then just skin your web store to look exactly the same. Again, very, very easy to do. You can see here that I have some left-hand navigation in this case. I can look at my products, look at my red wines, have my summary display of my products. I can go here and also click into more details as well, and be able to decide that I want to add to cart. Maybe I want to add 3 of these products to my cart at any given point in time, and see what's the total that I have on my cart just right now at this point in time. So as soon as I'm ready, I'm going to go ahead and go to my checkout flow, and you can see that we are now in the web cart. Again, this is a hosted web cart, fully PCI compliant, so that you don't need to deal with the hassles of PCI compliance. And again, you can see that the web cart looks exactly the same as the web store and the website. So a very seamless experience for the shopper, so that he feels, that he's in your trusted environment, and easier to convert them to a sale from that perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and log into my account. So I'm ready here to doing my checkout. I'm already seeing here that I'm in the section to select my shipping options. So I've selected my address, which is my office address, and I have 2 types of services that I have available for me. So I'm going to go to UPS second to the air. We can also see here that the system has automatically given me a discount because the system knows that this is Julio de Villasante, the same one that was buying at the store, that is already a part of my loyalty program, and he's due a discount because he's part of that loyalty program. We can also do gift orders, very important for the holiday season. So if I wanted this to be a gift order, I can actually, set this here and, provide a gift message that will be sent to the gift recipient, and just update this address with the address of the gift recipient as needed. Just going to go ahead and continue to the next step. I can have one or multiple payment methods stored as part of my cart. It's an unlimited number of payment methods that can be stored. These are stored in a level 1 PCI compliant gateway. That means, again, that you're offloading the burden of PCI compliance into the platform and being able to do that in the way that's required in business today. So I can check, of course, this is a business gift. I can do that. If I had a coupon to use, I can do that as well. I can continue to the next step of the checkout, and I can definitely go ahead and place my order here. So I can place the order and complete my order. In this case, we hadn't selected a device, on my background configuration, so I can complete the order right here, but, that's part of just a configuration here that I missed for our demo today. But we can definitely, complete the order here. You can also add comments for the shipping department as well. If you want, them say, hey, I'm going to be traveling or arriving late, please leave the package at the door. You can certainly do that. You can certainly do that as well. And again, this is fully integrated, very easy to get set up. Do that in less than 24 hours and being able to manage that in a very seamless way. And last but not least, we're going to just go back here and go to that customer. So I can locate that customer very easily. In this case, as I did here, I'll just go here. I went, give me everybody that has that, starts with that last name. And I'm going to open my customer profile so that you can see here a little bit of that information. You can see now the balance of my points is 374 because I've already, I used part of that, part of those points that I had earned in that purchase process. But I can track all of that very rich customer profile information, all of their shipping addresses, all of their payment methods, all of the emails that I've been sending this customer, both from a marketing and transactional email perspective, and all of their orders. We can see here that those two orders that we just created today, that shipping order and that pickup order as well. So if we open one of these orders from here, we can see that order is in the system, ready for delivery and to be sent to that customer as soon as my warehouse is ready to pack that order. And that is going to be sent to that office. And if I open my second order that I had created here, again, coming from the warehouse, but now being sent back to the tasting room as a pickup order so that the customer can pick up the order right there at the store, and the warehouse can fulfill both of these orders just as if they had come from the web or from a phone order system, a very seamless and transparent experience from a fulfillment perspective. So we've touched on a lot of items here, hopefully just giving you a sense, again, to try to summarize on 3 aspects that we talked about, which are just going back to the multi-channel connections. We talked about multi-channel customer registration, but at the store and online, that first easy capture screen, full profile, as we saw with the full profile that we did for my second and third purchases. Save the sale concept, shipping from the store, pick up at the store, and also instant e-commerce through a Snippet web store. And you can do all of these very easily with the platform that's already in place, and overlaid on top of all of that, of course, loyalty. And all of these can be easily integrated into your backend systems, Microsoft Dynamics NAV, with the work that we've done with between Zerodin and BeLoyal to make this possible for you as you get ready for the holiday season. And with that, I'm going to open it up again for questions. So, Nicole, if you want to open the mics.
Okay, everyone, does anyone have any questions for Julio? Go ahead and just speak up. I've unmuted you. Okay. Well, no one's speaking up, so I'm assuming that everyone's clear with the information and knows to contact Julio or myself with any interest. Any further interest? Julio, do you have anything else to say?
No, I just want to thank everybody for their participation today. We covered a lot of ground. But with the work that has already been done from a solution perspective, this is really very easy to get ready for the holiday season. You need to get started sooner rather than later. But if you have any further questions, if you would like to discuss your particular requirements, please feel free to contact Nicole or contact myself or Shaban directly, and we'll be more than happy to talk with you and help you get ready for this holiday season. It's important not to miss the holiday season, as we all know, and you need to start thinking, getting ready for that today. So looking forward to talking with you.
Okay. Thank you, Julio, and thank you very much, everyone, for attending. Attend our next session if you want to. It's the gift card program by Mercury Payments. Thank you.